Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's City Council meeting and Committee of the Whole meeting. The City Council meeting is called to order. I kindly ask our City Clerk to please take the roll call.
Bowery?
Here.
Maliki?
Here.
Furnish?
Here.
Kilberg?
Here.
Kasserag?
Here.
Reinicke?
Here.
Marks?
Here.
Mayor?
Here.
Paschke?
Here.
Palmquist?
Here. We have a full house this evening, and rightfully so. We have a lot to celebrate and a lot to do. We begin our council meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance. It would be my honor if the Geneva High School dance team would lead us in the pledge. And we'll follow your lead. Thank you, ladies. Coach, if there's no objection, we'd like to go through the agenda first and take care of you guys last. Item 3A is to recognize the Geneva High School IHSA Class 2A Dance State Champions. Well done. Coach, do you want to come to the podium?
Of course.
That'd be wonderful. And just for the record, you know you're cool when you have the coach's cell phone number.
That's true.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Yes. Because remember you texted me after you won the state championship saying, are you going to do anything, Burns?
No. Yes. No, I did not do that.
So we have a extraordinary collection of talented athletes and students with us this evening. We always, of course, want to recognize you for your commitment to these young ladies, your remarkable career.
Thank you.
I forget, how many times now is this?
This is our 6th state championship win.
6th.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And our 12th top 3 finish.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Wow. So because of your success, we're now going to charge the parents for the making of all materials related to the celebration. That's not... Coach, tell us about these young ladies.
This team's awesome. Right from the beginning, I met with the seniors, the graduating seniors, and I think from day one, their goal was to win state. They had gotten 2 seconds to third, and they just really wanted the win, and I think the whole team took that same energy into the very first practice, into the summer, and just worked hard every single day, did things that I have not had any other team do before. Like, their work ethic this year was truly remarkable, even from that first practice in June that we had. So that was really, really great, and never complained about, a few complaints, but not really too much complaints about all the hard work that they had to put in. And the parents have been so supportive. This whole team, this whole community has been really, really great for these young dancers, and they just put in the work. And I think at state it was very clear to me that they were the champions, and it clearly was clear to everyone else too. So they did really, really great. It was an exciting season. Watching them dance every single time, like, the crowd was amazed, and they were just so good and such nice people, so giving and kind and supportive of each other and the school, and that's obviously the most important thing. But it does not help that they're very talented. It does not hurt that they're very talented
exactly.
too. So.
And success begets success, does it not?
Yes.
And some of the dads are here this evening. Now, I recall when the police escort provided the girls a ride home and through Geneva, some of the dads showed up with some kind of funky outfits on.
Yes.
But I don't see any dads with those outfits on tonight.
Not tonight.
See, I thought you guys might be texting each other. Do we wear the overalls?
Yes.
So,
They're on a wall. They're framed. Yes.
are they? Yeah.
Tired.
Is that at the Kane County Correctional Service, sir? For those of you who don't know, the dads wear blue and white striped overalls. Was it just the state, or was it all competitions?
All competitions.
All competitions. I mean, I really thought that Ringland Brothers and Barnum and Bailey had arrived in town. I thought, oh my Lord.
Oh yeah, we definitely show up at competitions,
You
like with
do?
our signs and like our noise makers and the dads with their Viking hats and the And the bibs, yeah, it's great.
It's
You
very
can
cool.
always tell where Geneva is at a competition. And they're the loudest, which is also very helpful.
You referenced you begin in June, the first week of June.
Yeah,
Has the team for next year been selected?
yes,
It has, okay.
Yeah.
So practice kicks off in that first week of June
correct, yeah.
for the fall season, the spring season, and ultimately
Competition, yeah,
competition.
yeah.
And is competition all year, or is it after the first of the year when it really takes off?
Well, we have 2 seasons, so our football season
Right.
is from August until end of October. And then at the end of October, we have our competitive season auditions, and then we have another season from October
Got it.
to the mid-February.
Got it.
And then it starts again in May. And they're
Unbelievable.
all busy in the interim too with their other dance studios, so they're busy kids, but.
Would you do us the honor of introducing the ladies, and that would, if the ladies are comfortable, join us at the podium? We'd love to meet you and share your success with the community tuning in. We normally get about 11 people tuning in, so this should be, is that okay?
Yeah, do you want me to call them up one by one?
Absolutely.
All right, Tatum, Maki. Come on up. And her sister Maisie Maki. Woo! Melanie Goodfellow. Rachel Wade. Brennan Manson. Leslie Morris. Regan Harris. Ava Curl. Ian Costello, Stella Henry, Elise Frick, Sarah Burke, Yasmin Lopez, Miss Averka, Brooklyn Graham, Miranda Mayer, Avery Pruitt, Emily Belton, and Reese Dahl.
And this is the entire team.
Yes.
Oh, life is
20,
good.
yeah, there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them. That's
Yeah.
great. Who would like to speak first? Who would like to introduce themselves to the community, and so we can all learn a little bit about you? Yeah, you want? Let's go.
Hi, my name is Tatum Dahl, and I'm a senior on this team. What else?
Tatum, where
Hi.
are you? What's next for you?
I'm going to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and
Oh,
I'll be
nice.
on the Husker Scarlets dance team.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now, forgive me for not knowing this, but when did you try out for that dance team?
I tried out over spring break, so
Over
it was
spring-
like the very beginning of April. It was in person, so it was on campus, yeah.
Oh, wow. And there must have been hundreds of folks trying out.
Well, there was like a virtual round first, so they like cut
Ah.
it down, and then you had to be invited in person. So it was maybe like 50 girls.
Still, how big
Yeah.
is the team?
I think there's 24,
Congratulations.
22?
Who
around
cares? It's like, wow.
Thank you.
Have you chosen a path in terms of studying?
Yeah, I'm studying biology on the pre-dental track.
She's so smart.
Cakewalk. It's like, so biology, pre-dental, and dance.
Yes.
Wow. Do you have a roommate already selected?
Yes.
Is it, and you do that on a portal now, right? You find somebody, they find you?
Yeah, usually, or it's on Instagram, but she's also on
Oh.
the dance team, so I met her in person first.
Oh, life is good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Tatum, you choose who's next to come up.
Miss Ava Curl.
Ava.
My name's Ava Curl. I'm a senior, and I'm going to the University of Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
nice
not a
and
big,
warm.
not a, yeah, I was gonna say, not a big fan of the winter weather, huh?
No.
Have you been to Tucson before?
Yeah,
It's lovely, isn't it?
I really like it.
And what are you gonna study?
Elementary education.
Really? Come back here, get a gig?
Maybe.
And what else are you gonna be doing while at the University of Arizona?
I don't know. Maybe I'm focusing on just studying that, and then
Of
maybe
course.
doing like a dance company on the side. I don't really know yet.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. And roommate selected, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a big school.
Yes.
How many thousands of students?
I don't know. A lot. I don't know.
A lot. Let me mark that down. A lot. We'll have you back next year, you can tell us.
Yeah.
Favorite memory of this year? And Tatum, I should have asked you that too, forgive me. Besides the state championship announcement.
Probably just like our team bonding we did. Like we did a bunch of sleepovers and just like a bunch of games together.
And that's all on Instagram. I know the parents provide
yeah.
dinner, and you
Yeah.
guys all hang out, because all those Instagram posts are pretty wicked. That's how we notify the police that we make money. It's like, oh, that's cool. Tatum, what's your favorite memory?
I'd probably say double comp weekend. Like
Double
where we
comp?
we have a competition on like a Saturday and a Sunday.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it's like very busy and like it's a very early mornings, but I feel like we're together all the time, so it's super like important.
And you really are together all the time,
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Ava, who's coming up next?
Regan.
Regan?
Hi, my name is Regan Parrots, and I'm going to the University of Kentucky next year.
Ooh, that's a big draw for students here, isn't it?
Yeah,
And what are you going to study at the University of Kentucky?
graphic design.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What do you ultimately want to do with graphic design?
I don't know, I'm really interested in like art. I took a lot of art classes and like I just like painting honestly, but maybe something like art related because that's what my parents do.
Oh, you're kidding, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Have we seen your parents' work or your work?
Maybe some of it's like in the art shows or like they hang it up
Sure.
at the Geneva Library.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do graffiti?
No. No.
Or tagging, excuse me? Yeah. No tagging?
Oh, no. I don't know.
It's graffiti.
And Regan, your favorite memory?
Probably like the practices after the state prelims. I know those are like later in the day and they can be like hard, but I feel like those are like when it all like really comes together.
I bet.
Yeah.
So, seniors, and I know there's more. Freshman year, you came in which place?
Second,
Second, then sophomore, junior, third.
second sophomore year and then third.
Got it,
junior.
the third. Okay, so 2, 2, 3. So this year culminated everything you've been working for.
Yes.
And, second and third ain't too shabby either.
Yeah.
Life is good. Okay, Regan, who's next?
Larkin.
Welcome.
Hello. I'm Larkin Kors, and I'm going to Michigan State University next year, and I'm dancing there.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Michigan State is a heck of a band, too.
Oh, yeah.
Heck of a band. So you'll be on the football field, basketball court, all that stuff.
Yep.
And forgive me, but how did you score that?
The process kind of started, like, back in November. I went down there for a weekend. I got to, like, practice with them.
Really?
And then I just kind of went through rounds of trying out, and then I had a final, like, in-person interview tryout in, like, February, I think? Wait, no, like March? I don't know, it was such a long process.
Interview and tryout.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a verbal interview.
Yeah, I had two.
I'm curious, what's the interview about? For Nebraska as well?
It's basically just, like, selling yourself,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. Just a little out of my comfort zone, but
Is it a little intense?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And what are you going to study?
I'm doing sports journalism.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Come back and cover the Vikings?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the certainty in your voice was overwhelming. It was good. Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
And who's next? Any other seniors?
Oh, wait. Brennan, hi.
I'm Brennan Anson, and I'm a senior, and I'm attending Weber State University next year.
I'm sorry, what's university?
Weber State,
Where's that?
Ogden, Utah.
Oh, man. Why Weber State?
What? Oh, I'm majoring in criminal justice with a minor in anthropology.
Okay, okay. Does that mean like really, like crimes of a really recent nature? What is that?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. You gotta
Everything.
share this with
What?
us.
What am I sharing?
Apparently, are you part of or wanted by the FBI? What was that?
That's always been my dream job since I was like a little kid. So.
You hear that, Deputy Chief Dean? Yes. Well, that's, no kidding. That's pretty cool. And forgive me, but why anthropology as a partnership to that?
I don't really know.
We'll delete
mean-
this tape when you apply to the FBI, so we'll,
Wait, what?
nothing.
Yeah.
Do you have law enforcement in the family?
Yeah.
You do? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. So that's a calling. That's a real calling. That's really cool. So do you want to jump right into the FBI, right?
I mean, yeah, that'd be my dream, but
And is Weaver State known for that discipline?
they're known for criminal justice.
Oh, they are. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. So who's up next?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Hi, my
Hi,
name
Rachel.
is Rachel Wade. I'm also a senior, and I'm going to be attending Samford University, which is in Alabama, and studying nursing,
Ah, nursing. What kind of nurse do you want to be?
pediatric.
Oh, that's a heck of a lift. It's a rewarding and challenging, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Have you been shadowing nurses locally to,
I haven't, but I've been around kids like my whole life, but I just don't think I have enough patience to be a teacher, and I really love science, so I'm hoping it'll be a good mix.
not enough patience to be a teacher, but you love children?
Yeah.
She's very good with kids.
Yeah. And why Stanford?
Samford is a private school,
Sanford,
and
sure.
it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it kept coming up in my search, and when I visited, I fell in love with it, so,
Well, that's cool. So the tour was cool?
yeah.
Life is better weather?
Yeah, really good people.
Yeah, well, that's neat. So is nursing a 4-year program, or is it a 4 then plus 2? Do you automatically get a master's, or is the,
It's a 4-year program, and then you can keep going for, like, physicians and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I just want to do 4 for now and see where it takes me.
oh, I don't blame you. And I forgot to ask our FBI agent too, but what's your favorite memory of this year?
Me first?
Oh, sorry, Larkin. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate Sorry, Larkin.
I think my favorite memories are, like, the in-between moments, like the bus rides to and from places and just sitting down in between dances at regular comps at a random high school on a Saturday in November are just, like, the best moments when we're together.
So riddle me this. On the bus, do all of you have your headphones on, listen to your, or are you actually shooting the bull?
We have like a ritual, so we like talk and have fun if it's a long bus ride, but the last 15 minutes, we put our headphones on and we don't talk until we get to our room where we warm up.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have to, like, focus.
And are you focusing on whichever music helps you focus?
Yes, it's very different, I think.
Oh, I
for
could
us.
imagine.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Larkin, out of curiosity, have you ever downloaded a city council meeting just to focus and?
Can't say I have.
Can't say you have?
You guys try it in college.
Yeah, well, yeah, that'd be, I'm sure they'd love that at Michigan State. Thank you. Larkin, your favorite memory? Forgive me for skipping you.
I'd say my favorite moments were when we walked into competition. Just, I think the Geneva energy is just unmatched and definitely turned some heads when we walk in the room. So that's always just like a really good feeling.
When you're walking in to perform?
Well, yeah, and
Okay.
to the school,
Ah, okay.
like off our bus.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, Geneva. It's cool.
So, I feel like some of my favorite memories are like our winter break practices because we're together 20 days in a row usually or more. So we never really see the end of each other. It's just really fun.
Despite your desire to? No?
It's like they have Christmas off. That's about it.
I see Coach Burgermeister is quite the, that's for the older people in the audience. Okay, who's next?
Cook.
Avery? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks for being with us. Have a good night. Are you a senior, Avery?
Yes, I am.
And you're off to school next year?
Yes, I'm going to the University of South Carolina for dance. So, well, I'm on the dance team, but I'm going for exercise science.
So exercise science is the major.
Yes.
But you're also dancing at the University of South Carolina.
Yes.
Wow. And similar interview process as the other ladies?
Yeah, it's crazy. The recruitment timeline is different for like every team. So when you kind of you're picking out your school, you have to figure out what team does what. And for me, I attended a clinic, in the summer, and I got a bypass for a video round. So I got invited to a recruitment weekend where I got to go experience a night game, which was very fun and a big win for the Gamecocks. So that was, obviously fell in love there. But I got to practice with the team and do all of that stuff, similar to Michigan State. And then from there, it was just a waiting game to see if I got into the school. And then I got my call that I made the team, which was really nice. So for this school, I didn't have to do as much, which was very lovely that they saw me as a candidate early on.
And the video bypass means they knew you had what it took,
Yes,
so you were able to go right to the next round.
yes.
Wow. And if I may ask, how large is the dance team at?
26. There are a lot of recruits, like in my grade, just because there were a lot of seniors leaving. So I believe 26 to 28. I think 28's their top, and they cut it off there.
Got it.
That's kind of common for a lot of colleges, just for how many people are on the floor and at the games.
And when do you ship out?
I'm going pretty early. July 18th is my report day,
That is
and then I'll move in during like August. I'll come back and drive with my parents, but yeah, we have preseason practices, and we go to this thing called UDA camp. We do it in high school, but it's cool when you get to college. It's like an extended level of it.
What's it called again?
UDA camp.
Oh, UDA, Universal Dance Association.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So
I will tell you a story about the Universal Dance Association. You want to hear a story?
sure.
Of course you don't. But the Universal Dance Association, way back when, made one of their original debuts on the Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon. Remember that?
I danced at it, yeah.
You danced in Vegas? Really? Wow. Well, I was probably there because I was working for Jerry
Not the
Lewis.
original one, but I was danced as a part of it, yeah.
So you're in your 60s too?
Yes.
Wow. Is that not true?
What do you say?
The UDA made one of their first debuts on the telethon, yeah. And you guys weren't in this lousy slot like 4 in the morning.
No, it's a good slot.
Yeah, it was a good slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right after Don Rickles, I think it was. Yeah. Ladies, Google that name when you get home. Forgive me for interrupting.
Oh.
Favorite memory?
Anytime we face adversity, because the adrenaline rush is my favorite when we compete. So I think state is probably the best for me.
Okay, then here's the follow-up question. Naturally, how do you come down off that high and that adrenaline rush? What do you do to unwind?
Sometimes it ends in tears. Sometimes you just, honestly, if you watch our state performances, immediately I go and hug my friends. This year I picked up Tatum off the floor because we ended like this. So you just get up right away and you hug your people, and my favorite feeling after the adrenaline rush is just like the overwhelming gratitude. You don't care at that moment if you won or lost because you just put everything out there on the floor. And sometimes you don't even remember it because you were going so hard. But it's just my favorite part.
So that begs the question as well, how many times have you watched the video of the state championship?
Oh, so many times.
So many times.
So many times. Yeah. A lot more
Okay,
this
who's
year.
next up at the podium? Maisie. How are you, Maisie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm Maisie. I'm a senior and I'm attending the University of Illinois.
Nice. What are you going to study at
Psychology, and then I'll have a minor of child health and well-being.
psychology? Do you hear that? What the heck? Good stuff, man. Life is good. And why psychology?
I took a few psych classes at high school, and became really interested, and I want to help people when I'm older. So,
Have you analyzed your teammates?
Not yet, no.
Not publicly, anyways? Yeah. Wow. And what are you going to do for fun at U of I besides study?
I want to join a dance club. There's 2 that I'm looking at, but I'll have to try out when I go there in August.
And those dance clubs tour. I mean, you go to different campuses, correct?
Not for us.
Not
no.
for you. Okay,
No.
got it.
We perform at basketball games or stuff like that. But
Life is good.
yeah, very
Oh my
nice.
gosh. And your favorite memory?
Probably performing at our first competition because I was really excited for everybody to see our hard work and debut.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yes, very
As
proud.
well you should be.
Yes.
Okay, Psych, Maisie. Who's next?
Do you do juniors?
We can go wherever. Juniors, seventh graders.
Sarah.
Sarah, I trust you're a junior.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Sarah First, and I'm a junior.
Well said.
Thank you.
And school's almost over.
Yeah, it is.
Life is good.
It is good.
But you have no downtime because the team starts practicing in June.
Yeah, we do.
Ugh. What are you doing for the summer?
Lots of dance,
Yeah.
work. That's it.
Are you working here in town?
Yeah, I work at Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Oh, yeah, that's good living. And of course, I'm sure you guys all consume a lot of those things. Do you? Yes. Life is good. So you'll be a senior next year.
Yes.
You'll be leading the delegation. What have you learned from the ladies who have had that role before you?
I always learn to keep a positive attitude, and I look up to them a lot.
How do you keep that positive attitude? When something doesn't go the way you want, it's like, ugh, what do you do?
I think that everything happens for a reason, and there's always something good to look up to.
Well, that's a good attitude. Wow. So you're going to stick around for the council meeting?
For sure.
And your favorite memory?
Probably the first practice, because that's when we get to find out our pom pals.
Hold on. You get to find out
Our pom pals.
Like big sister, little sister.
and you call them Pom Pals?
Yeah.
In the old days, we used to call this the Pom Pom Squad. Oh, is that where it comes from? We've got somebody old in the audience. So Coach, is that where it comes from?
Yeah.
So your Pom Pal is someone you partner with as a mentor / partner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are there trade days for Pom Pals? Like, no such thing?
No.
Wow. You get to delegate who comes to the podium next.
Yasleen Lopez.
Hi, I'm Yasleen. I'm a junior.
Hi. Okay, who's next? You're wearing the medal.
Yes.
Have you taken it off yet?
No, not
No?
really. A couple days.
Yeah. How long have you been on the team?
This is actually going to be my second year.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So next year, senior.
Yes.
What have you learned from the previous 2 years that you're going to take with you as a senior?
I think I've learned that it's super important to take it all in because it went by so much faster than I imagined. And yeah, it was super fun. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever experience anything like this again. I don't think anyone will.
You guys live, and I mean this respectfully, but you live at such a speed.
Yeah.
How do you slow down to appreciate what you've accomplished? Besides watching the video 10,000 times.
I think just savoring the memories. We do take a lot of pictures, and so yeah, that's super fun. We have a lot of team bonding and sleepovers and some a lot of fun times. So
And are they really sleepovers? Do you really get sleep?
not really.
And then we go to practice the next morning.
And
Yes.
Coach can tell.
At
Yes.
9 a.m. Yes.
Oh, my Lord. Well, we're delighted you're with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Emily Johnson.
Emily Jo?
Hi, I'm Emily Johnson, but everyone calls me Ejo.
Ejo.
Yeah.
Ejo. And what-
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
have it on my state ring too. It says Ejo on my state ring.
Really? You're
Yeah.
allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Ejo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a, do you know who Alley Cat is? She's like an Ejo.
Okay.
She spins records and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, look it up. It's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
She'll be at, what's that big thing in Chicago this summer?
Lollapalooza.
Yes. I'll be going to see Alley Cat myself.
Okay.
True story. I will. So Ejo, who gave you that nickname?
I don't really know. I feel like in middle school, everyone just started calling me it because it's like short for Emily Johnson.
Got it.
So, and then it just kind of stuck. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a junior?
Gonna be a junior. I'm a
Oh,
sophomore right
fudge.
now.
You're a
Yeah.
sophomore.
Yes, sir.
Life is good.
Yeah.
So, and junior year is a big year.
Mm-hmm.
You got the ACT.
Yep.
Do you have to take the SAT too?
I think just the ACT, yes.
Yeah? If you need answers, we have them.
Okay, sounds good.
And what are you doing this summer?
Lots of dance. I'm probably gonna go to Oxford for some stuff at Ole Miss for dance, and Michigan State.
Hold on.
Yeah.
When you say Oxford, you talking Oxford, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Do you hear that? Yes, sir. Is that something? Is that something? So you got when you say lots of dance, explain that to somebody who doesn't understand. Is it 5-6 hours a day dance?
Well, I do dance team and dance studio, so kind of like club.
Oh, sure.
So I have dance team. We'll have dance team in the mornings, from 9 to 12:30 this year. And yeah.
I don't think the coach told I don't think the coach told the team.
Yeah. And then I do dance studio at night too. So, and that's like Monday through Thursday.
Which dance studio do you perform?
I go to work with her in Elgin.
Oh, that's cool.
Work with her, yeah.
So it's all day dance.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you travel to Oxford
Yeah,
and to Michigan State.
Yes, that's the goal or the hope for the summer if my parents agree to that. Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
the city would like to pay your way.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just kidding. How do you get invited to the schools to perform with them?
You don't get invited.
Oh, you don't?
It's
Okay.
you like sign up and you get to go to like clinics and like work with the team and the coaches and it's like
cool.
it's kind of like a preview to see if you would like want to try out for the team.
Oh, is that so? That's serious stuff.
Yes.
So if they come to you and say, "Yo, Ejo, we think you're all that," and you say, "Not interested,"
You could. Yeah, I could.
you could.
Yeah.
I'm going into rap.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
Backup plan right there.
That's
yeah.
That's good. That's good. So favorite memory, Ejo?
Probably like just warming up before competitions, like kind of what Avery said, like the adrenaline and stuff, and like on the bus and just like walking in and everyone like staring at you. It's kind of like you're famous a little bit because everyone's like Geneva and like, yeah, it's probably my favorite memories.
Okay, everyone says Geneva because they know of your success.
Yes.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay. And what, this is going to be a heck of a question, but what music do you listen to in the final 15 minutes prior to arriving?
Well, we all have like bus buddies, so we have somebody we sit on the bus
Hold on,
with.
we got Palm Pals, bus buddies. We got any detention dudes?
No. And my bus buddy's Mila. She's also a sophomore right here.
Mila?
Yeah. And so we always listen to a secret song that we don't tell anybody else about.
Oh, you don't tell anybody?
No, it's just between us. And
So
then
it's-
that gets us like hyped.
So it's Barry Manilow.
Yeah, it's always different. Like last year it was Let It Go.
Oh, I
but
love that song.
This year it was
Let It Go
else.
from the musical.
Mhm.
How you doing, okay? We're good. Madam Clerk? So, but you're not going to tell anybody about this year's song?
No, next year maybe.
But next year you'll share that secret?
Yeah, yeah.
And you both listen to the same song?
Oh yeah, at the same
Okay.
time.
Ejo and Mila.
Yeah.
Sounds like a law firm. Well, who's next, Ejo?
Probably Mila.
Mila.
Hi, I'm Mila Costello. I'm a sophomore.
Hi, Mila. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, your name is world famous. Do you know why?
No.
It is.
No.
There is a. Okay, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but there is a company that makes high-end kitchen appliances called Mila.
Nice.
It's true.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe they're a
cool.
German. I believe they're a German company called Mila.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have one. Every time the dinner's ready, it opens to your favorite song.
Oh.
Barry Manilow, yes. So Mila, you're a sophomore.
Mhm.
One of the young members of the crew.
Mhm.
Is it daunting to be only a sophomore, which of course is in and of itself cool, but
I mean, I just like it's so nice to be able to have so many good leaders to look up to, like all of our seniors and our juniors.
Nice.
It's nice to like have those role models, so then when I become, because next year I'll be a junior, so I have to take more of a leadership role. So it's nice to have like people before me so I can see how it's done.
So they've helped you identify that path to become a leader for the younger ladies on the team as well?
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. And dare I ask your favorite memory or song? Come on, share the song. What the heck?
I can't say. It's a
I'm
secret.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I can't say. My favorite memory, all of our team bondings were fun, the Halloween party, but my favorite would probably be our second competition of the double comp weekend. Before our second dance, or before our state winning dance, we all like just got in such like a locked in mindset, and we all like were so like determined, and we just had like an energy we'd never had before, and it was just really like bonding.
So you're locked in.
Hmm.
Do you hear anything else?
Well, this was like when we were all talking, like we were
Oh, so
we were already like there. We had already performed once.
So it's like study hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But when you're performing, do you hear the crowd?
No, we always yell for each other when we're out there, so
Okay.
like I'll sometimes hear like me and Brennan would always talk to each other during our partner part, but I don't really ever remember like hearing the crowd. But they're very loud, so that's why.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the dads in those outfits.
Mhm.
Mila, who's next?
Melville?
Mel Bell? Mel Bell?
No. Melanie Goodfellow.
What was it? She said no.
No.
Do you know Ejo?
I do know Ejo.
Yeah.
I'm very good friends with Ejo.
Forgive me for mispronouncing your name.
My name is Melanie Goodfellow, and I'm a sophomore.
Hold on. Why did you say Mel Bell then?
I don't know. I just...
Oh, okay. Got it. That's gonna stick now, for God's sake. Sophomore, Melanie?
Yes.
Favorite memory?
I think our football games. They were super fun, and it's like a beginning of the year, and the crowd and our team was really good this year, so that
Yes.
helped, and it was just a really fun experience.
And were you on the team last year?
Yes.
So the difference between last year and this year for Mel Bell was what?
I think I grew as a dancer a lot, and I got closer with the team because we were bigger this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just I think a better experience just overall. But I really enjoyed last year too.
And you're ready for the first week of June practice?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Nice. Future plans?
I don't know yet.
Excellent. That's a good answer. I wouldn't put Mel Bell on your resume either.
No, don't worry, I won't.
Okay, good. Who's next, Melanie?
Brooklyn?
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Graham, and I'm a sophomore.
Brooklyn? What a cool name. Do you go by Brooklyn?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Are Mom and Dad here tonight?
Yeah.
Why the name Brooklyn?
Because she was a preemie, and actually when I had her, we didn't have a name picked yet because she was so early. So then we just kind of thought of someone that was strong and tough, and that
Absolutely.
felt like it was someone who was strong and tough.
It's a wonderful name.
Thank you.
That's a very cool name. So Brooklyn, you're a sophomore?
Yeah.
You're not going to tell us your music you listen to?
No, sorry.
Is this like a code amongst the dance team? You can't tell the music?
I guess
Do you
so.
know each other's music?
Depends.
Is it the Wiggles?
Sure.
Sure. So, favorite memory?
Probably like before competition season, because we're all like, even though like the practices are tough, it's when we get like super close and like hard on each other.
The practices are tough. And did you say get hard on each other?
Like we're just like.
So you're pushing each other.
Yeah.
How far can you push before one of your pom pals say, whatever?
You can't.
You can't. You push as much as you need to because you're working as a team.
Yeah.
And the coach understands that intuitively. How challenging is the coach when it comes to practice time? We can have her escorted out if you want to answer that question.
Challenging enough, I would say.
Pardon me?
Challenging enough, like.
Challenging enough. But you want to be challenged, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever come home from practice thinking, I can't do another practice like that again?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah?
And then you do it the next day.
And did I ask your favorite memory? I did, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And your music?
Can't say.
Good try.
Well, good luck next year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next?
Stella.
Stella.
Hi, I'm Stella Henley, and I'm a sophomore.
How are you, Stella?
I'm good.
Good. Music?
It's a secret.
Why is it a secret? Literally, you don't have to, but why is it a secret? Is it because it's your thing?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
And that's the one thing you have, the 15 minutes leading up to that event?
Yeah, I think it helps us like focus on ourselves and
Yeah.
whatever we need to prepare.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. Were you on the team last year?
No, this was my first year.
Life is good. Where do you go from here?
I don't
Back
know.
to practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. You love dance, obviously.
Mhm.
Is it something you want to pursue?
I'm not sure. I also like have an interest for like math and science, so
Oh, heck
I'm
yeah.
not really sure.
I have a PhD in mathematics. Algebra 1. Who's your math teacher?
Her name's Miss Glinky. I like her.
Oh, good. Do you know the Fibonacci tree? No? It's an indigenous tree in Geneva. No, does anybody know what that is? Mel, you know what that is, right?
Well, I know it's not a tree.
You know what it is. So, favoriteest memory?
I really enjoyed our football games, like dancing in front of the stands or doing sidelines or halftime, just all of it. I think it's really fun.
And when you're dancing in front of a crowd that large, and we know that everyone's watching, do you hear the crowd?
No, I feel like we're so far out on the field that it's kind of hard to hear the crowd.
But you're talking to
Yeah.
each other,
Mhm.
encouraging each other, and what have you. Any advice for someone who wants to try out for the dance team?
I would say that prepare yourself. It's a lot, but it's a really fun experience, whether you're on varsity or JV.
That's wonderful. Who's next? Did we cover everybody?
No,
Heck
Reese, we want to go.
Reese? How you doing, Reese?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Sorry. Hi, my name's Reese Dahl. I'm a freshman.
Freshman?
Yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's that like?
Being a freshman? Wait. Yes. Correct. Okay.
Well, you're one of the youngest teammates,
Yeah.
state championship.
Uh-huh.
That's gotta be pretty heady stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty, it's like, I don't know, it's a big accomplishment because it's like my first year on the team and I
Yeah.
really haven't experienced anything like this. So I feel like it was just a really fun experience to like be on the team and like as my first year winning state.
Absolutely. And did you know going in, we got this?
I had confidence in us, but I can't be for sure that we were going to win state because I can't just like, I have to like, I don't know. I had to like knock on wood just to like, every time, just to like hope we win state, but I can't say anything.
And did you often reach out to perhaps the elders on the team and say, how do I remain focused? How do I stay focused? How do I get focused? What's the music you listen to?
No.
No.
Oh, I have a sister. That's who I talk to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What music does your sister listen to?
I don't know.
So you got years ahead of you.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Just to like see how like every like new season is because obviously I hope there's new people on the team every year and just to like start bonding with them more and just like see what the season comes out as in the end.
And your favorite memory?
Probably the football games. Just I like the whole experience, and it's just like fun being in like front of the whole crowd and like not sitting in the stands like anymore. Like you get to like go out there and like dance and like just like have fun.
I mean, you came from the middle school where you sat in the penalty box at the football games to then performing on the field. As a, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever think, wow?
Kind of, because I remember being in the middle school box and I just
Yeah.
like saw my sister. I was like, oh my God, I want to be like her one day. I want to like be
That's
out
nice.
there.
Wow. How much were you paid to say that? Enough? Is your sister up next?
She's a senior.
Oh,
She already
oh,
went.
sorry about that. Well, isn't that a sweet statement, though?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool, man. Okay, who's next?
Miranda.
Miranda.
Yeah.
You go by Andy, Miranda?
No, Mandy.
Mandy.
Yes.
Barry Manilow song, Mandy. Ask the parents, that's true.
Okay, I'm Miranda Meyer, and I'm a freshman.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Everything everyone said, do you agree with, or do you have a slightly different version?
Wait, what?
Do you agree with what people have said?
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I see you brought your interpreter, Coach. That's good. It's like,
Yeah.
pretty heady stuff, right? Freshman?
Yeah.
So you arrive as a freshman. The myth is that, oh, freshman, But now you're a state champion.
Yeah.
What does that do for you in terms of your confidence in everything?
I mean, it definitely brought up my confidence, but yeah.
Do you wear your medal to school saying, yo, 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 E-Joe, look at this?
No, I don't wear my medal to school.
No, I know, of course he does.
But I wear my ring sometimes.
Yeah, see, I didn't know you got rings too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you were obviously, so that's legit.
Yeah.
May I ask what's in the ring? Is it,
Wanna see?
Yeah.
for me to see, I need a microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. Does each council member get one? Oh my, look, check this out. So ladies, oh, they spelled Geneva wrong.
What? Did they actually?
Kidding.
Wait, Geneva?
That's pretty cool. And where do you wear the ring? On which finger?
The middle finger. The middle.
And is that tradition or is that just what you do?
That's just what we did this year.
That's the one that they recommend you put it on.
Is that, okay, got it.
Mine's not, but I do.
That's pretty neat. Did the rings come in the same time? Or no, the rings come in how much after the state championship? How many?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, that's cool. So you got many more fingers left for many more rings?
Yeah,
Is that
hopefully.
the plan?
Yeah.
What's
That's
your
the
favorite
goal.
memory, Mandy?
Probably just the football games. They were really fun, like getting ready together with everyone and then like going to the team dinners and driving to the football games and performing and stuff.
Okay, so answer me this. If the football game's away, and it's a long ways away, what time do you and the teammates get together? Immediately after school?
Well, we don't go to away games.
Oh, well, I'm an idiot then. Okay. But if you did? Well, you went to the state championship game, that's an away.
Oh, yeah.
You did do that.
Yeah, so, okay, home games. Is it immediately after school you get together? Or do you get to go home, relax, then come back?
Usually, I would just go home and grab my stuff and then go to whoever house I was getting ready at.
And do all the parents then take a turn rotating for the team dinner? Or do you have a team dinner out?
Usually it was at people's houses.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. You know, there's a joke in there.
Which is?
We could have team dinner at the mill race, but that would be a joke, so that's not a good idea, so. Thanks for laughing.
Yeah.
Advice for an 8th grader now looking to be where you are? Which we already know, of course, but.
I would just say, believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself. And yeah.
Where does that confidence come from? Is it just from you, or is it from mom and dad and brothers and sisters?
Probably my mom and sometimes me.
Nice. That's sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who's next, Mandy?
Elise.
Elise.
I'm Elise Frick. I'm a freshman.
How are you, Elise?
Good.
Why did everybody go, oh, when they said your name?
She's our baby.
She's what? What did they say?
She's their baby. Our baby. She's so
She's
tiny.
the little baby.
Oh, so you're the youngest of the young? No.
I don't think so, actually.
She's just like.
You just say that when
cute.
Elise's name is referenced. Elise. So, favorite memory, Elise?
The Christmas and Halloween parties that we had.
Ah, where were those held?
At our teammates' houses.
Nice. Was it like an all-night rager?
Not really.
Not really? That's a good answer, by the way. And as a freshman, some would argue that, golly, you've won the state championship, so what's next? How do you answer that question?
Keep working hard as a team and, yeah, keep growing.
How do you keep growing as a athlete, dance athlete?
Keep putting in the work and keep, like, showing up and, yeah.
That's cool. And you look up to the juniors and the seniors and the sophomores?
Mm-hmm.
And the coach?
Yes.
Any advice for people tuning in tonight who said, oh my God, Elise, she's a freshman. What advice would you give the young ladies in Geneva who want to be a dancer like you?
To trust themselves, definitely.
So you're trying out for the dance team literally as just graduating 8th grade. How did you, as a, I'm going to guess, 13? 14?
14?
14 years old, how did you muster that trust in yourself to be amongst such an extraordinary, iconic team like the Geneva dance team?
Just by having confidence, I guess.
Very good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us. Who's next?
Avery.
Oh, Avery. Sorry, Avery, I should have done that.
I'm Avery Pruis, and I'm a freshman.
Hi, Avery, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome.
Thanks.
Favorite? This will be over soon, don't panic. Favorite memory?
Probably the first summer practice, because that's like the first time I got to like dance with everyone.
Did you know who was on, I mean, okay, you get the call, congratulations, you're on the team. Did you know everyone else was going to be on the team, or did you meet them the first day?
No, I like knew.
You did, okay. Did you walk in and say, oh?
No.
Did you-
No.
No? But you walked in and thought, oh my God, I'm amongst these seniors and juniors and sophomores. It's like, is it intense?
Kinda.
How do you overcome that intensity?
I don't know. Just walked in.
And you just did your stuff, right?
Yep.
So you had confidence in yourself?
Yeah.
How long have you been dancing?
Since I was 3.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And do you want to continue with dance as life takes you
Yeah.
in the future?
Mhm.
You do?
Yeah.
Forever and ever?
Maybe not forever, but
Yeah. What advice do you have for the middle schoolers?
I don't know, just like have a positive attitude and have confidence and yeah.
And did I ask your favorite memory?
Yeah.
I forgot. What was it?
The first summer practice.
Of course it was. Yes, of course. Yeah, that's good. Music.
Can't say.
I'm gonna trip one of you guys up. So I'm gonna be at the graduation for the seniors. Who's next?
Tatum. Oh.
Wait, there's 2 Tatums?
Yes.
2 Tatums, 2 Averys, and 2
Tatum, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And you are mid
I'm
30s?
I'm Tatum Mockin. I'm a freshman.
Freshman. Got
Yes.
it. And how's life? Good?
Yes, it's
How's
good.
freshman year?
It was really fun.
Is academically, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's wrapping up.
Yeah, it is.
When are finals?
Like not this week, but the week after.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As state champions, do you have to take finals?
Yes.
You do?
I wish.
Yes.
What kind of nonsense is this, man? Favorite memory, Tatum?
I like football games because like the whole community is there and like you just feel very happy the whole time. Like I'm always smiling at football games because they're so fun.
So that begs the question, what's the difference between a football game performance and a basketball game performance, in your opinion?
Well, like football game performances, like you have to like project more because the crowd is very far away. But like basketball game, the crowd is closer to you. So yeah.
And do you hear the crowd when you're dancing?
I mean, pretty much the same answer as everyone. Like you're kind of in the moment.
You're
so
in the
you don't-
zone?
Yeah.
And how do you come out of the zone after a performance? It's state championship. You've been announced as a state champion. How do you deal with all that?
I mean, you just take a deep breath and then like get back to reality.
And what is reality? June practice?
Yes.
Anything else you want to share?
No, I don't think so.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Nobody else.
That's it? Tatum 2 finishes it off?
Yes.
Coach, do you want to say anything?
Sure. Always.
Always.
I don't know. I'll keep it short. I just love these guys. They did so well this year. It had been like a dream to we won in what year was that? 2020? 2021, but it was not live. We won at the high school,
Right.
which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it had been a while since we'd won in person, so I was really, really hoping for them to get that experience, especially these seniors before they graduated, to hear their name called as state champions, like on the floor. So that was like the best thing
How many
ever.
people are at the competition watching this?
I don't know.
Including all the teams, of course, but how many?
Probably about 1,000, and then a lot of people watching online.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really, really great. We got to the principal, athletic director, superintendent, our
All the
athletic
all the
trainer.
weird dads with the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came down. It was really great.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
And ladies, yell the first word that comes to your head. Why is this coach so good?
Talented. She's amazing, yeah. She's unstoppable.
Unstoppable, boss, talented, frightening yet nice.
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yeah.
Well, we have a small presentation, a token of our appreciation and honor and recognition. So if you want to, and then Mr. McCready is going to assist me, slide that podium over. We're going to present all of you with a going away party at Pheasant Run. What? No, it's not.
Plenty of parking available.
That still works.
Yeah. And then I'm going to ask the coach to, you guys all stand in the middle and coach whomever you would like to unveil what that is. I'm sure there's lots of folks who would like to take a picture. All the way back, Ben, toward the dais.
Oh, you go back here? Yep. Here, get around it.
Awesome. You got the Pheasant Run joke. Okay,
Ready?
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That'll be going in downtown Batavia tomorrow. That sign will be posted on the Kennedy Expressway in from O'Hare.
Okay, girls in the front, you guys need to get down just a little bit more. Did we forget?
Stay close. One side. We're going to go on for this side.
Any objection, ladies, if we post this on our social media accounts? We have like 26 followers. It's like-
Good, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And the fireworks?
Oh my God, thank you. And take the sign, well, no, you take the sign or you want me to take the sign? You tell us where to put it, right? A lot of people tell me where to put it, so whatever you want to. How did we do it last time? I don't know. Go ahead and take it with you because you guys get some good photos too. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Go home, get out of here.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Go. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, council, for indulging and, of course, recognizing these young ladies and the coach. It's important to do so, I think. Item 4 is amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments this evening? Item 5 is the omnibus agenda. All items marked with an asterisk are considered to be routine by this council, and those items can be considered and acted upon with one motion. Kosarog makes the motion. Paschke makes the second. Clerk, please take the roll.
Kosarog.
Aye.
Reinecke.
Aye.
Marks.
Aye.
Mayor. Aye. Paschke.
Aye.
Palmquist.
Aye.
Bowering.
Aye.
Maliki.
Aye.
Furnish.
Aye.
Kilberg.
Aye.
With 10 votes in the affirmative, 0 votes in the negative, and 0 council members absent, the omnibus agenda has been approved. We are, just so everyone knows, removing item, oh golly, forgive me. Yeah, 10E, forgive me, okay. We're removing item 10E from the business agenda. There's some additional information that needs to be considered. So we're going to jump into item 10A, right? 8, municipal bills for payment. Kindly ask our clerk to read the bills in their aggregate for our consideration.
Municipal bills for payment total $4,572,217.48.
Mayor, I move that we approve and pay the bills, the individual amounts for which can be found in tonight's city council packet and on the city's website.
The motion by Bowering is to approve the bills as presented, which are available in the packets and on the city's website, and the second is from
Second.
Mayor. City Clerk, please take the roll.
Bowering.
Aye.
Maliki.
Aye.
Furnish.
Aye.
Kilberg.
Aye.
Kosarog.
Aye.
Reinecke.
Aye.
Marks.
Aye.
Mayor. Aye. Paschke.
Aye.
Palmquist.
Aye.
With 10 affirmative votes, 0 nay votes, and 0 council members absent, the bills have been approved by this council for payment. We jump to item 10A. Consider Resolution 2025-48, authorizing the execution of a contract with ComEd for construction of a 34 kV facilities at Geneva Business Park 3 substation in the amount of $52,949.67. Mayor makes the motion. Bowering with the second. Dawkins has the floor.
Okay, so last August, the City Council authorized a letter of agreement with the deposit with ComEd for construction activities to supply the Geneva Business Park 3 substation. After applying the deposit, the remaining amount due is $12,949.66, which makes it a final cost of $52,949.67. ComEd will begin construction activities as soon as the signed contract is received. And if there's any additional questions, we do have Superintendent Holton with us in the back of the room.
Questions from the dais for the superintendent or the city administrator? Seeing none and sensing none, city clerk, please take the roll.
Mayor? Aye. Paschke?
Aye.
Palmquist?
Aye.
Bowering?
Aye.
Maliki?
Aye.
Furnish?
Aye.
Kilberg?
Aye.
Kasserag?
Aye.
Reinecke?
Aye.
Marks?
Aye.
Resolution 2025-48 has been authorized with 10 affirmative votes, 0 nay votes, and 0 council members present. Item 10B is to consider Resolution 2025-49, authorizing the execution of a execution of a corrected IDOT Form BOBS 2804 and 10-year intergovernmental agreement with IDOT to perform routine maintenance of State Route 25, 31, and 38 within the city of Geneva for the period of July 1, 2025 through June 30th, 2035. Bowering makes the motion, seconded by Paschke. Ms. Dawkins.
Okay, so in 2005, Geneva entered into an intergovernmental agreement with IDOT to perform routine maintenance for state routes within the city limits. In exchange, Geneva is reimbursed by IDOT per their established rates and adjusted to inflation annually. The IGAs cover a 10-year period, with the current IGA expiring June 30th, 2025. For your consideration this evening is an IGA effective from July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2035. Please note the IGA provided by the state did have a significant error in the annual payment estimation to our benefit, but unfortunately, we did request a corrected document, and given IDOT's timeline for acceptance, the request is for authorization to execute the updated form upon delivery from IDOT. And if you have additional questions, we do have Director Babica with us this evening.
Question from the dais for either the city administrator or the director, Mr. Babica. On resolution, excuse me?
Decimal points matter.
Decimal points matter. This is resolution 25-49. If not, city clerk, please take the roll.
Bowering?
Aye.
Maliki?
Aye.
Furnish?
Aye.
Kilberg?
Aye.
Kasserag?
Aye.
Reinecke?
Aye.
Marks?
Aye.
Mayor? Aye. Paschke?
Aye.
Palmquist?
Aye.
Resolution 2025-49 has been authorized with a vote by this council, 10 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 council members absent. Item 10C, consider Resolution 2025-50, authorizing the execution of IDOT BLR 05310C, joint funding agreement for federally funded construction for East State Street project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Kasserag, seconded by Mayor. Ms. Dawkins.
Okay, so Resolution 2025-42 authorized the mayor to execute a joint funding agreement with the state of Illinois for the East State Street construction project. For your consideration is a revised resolution as required by IDOT to include an appropriation for the city's local funding obligation. As you're aware, the project bid as exceeded the engineer's estimate, and while this JFA reflects the engineer's estimate, an amended JFA will be presented in the future for approval. Staff continues to seek grant money for city items, and last week we received notice from IDOT that once a detailed estimate for the award amount has been provided, the department will update the project programming information and the transportation improvement program and commit to the appropriate level of state financial participation. And again, we do have Director Babica with us in the back for any additional questions.
Questions from the dais for Director Babica or City Administrator Dawkins? City Clerk, please take the roll.
Kasserag?
Aye.
Reinecke?
Aye.
Marks?
Aye.
Mayor? Aye. Paschke?
Aye.
Palmquist?
Aye.
Bowering?
Aye.
Maliki?
Aye.
Furnish?
Aye.
Kilberg?
Aye.
With 10 affirmative votes, 0 nay votes, and 0 council members absent, Resolution 2025-50 has been approved. Item 10D Consider Resolution 2025-51, authorizing the establishment and implementation of Destination Geneva Grant Program.
So moved.
Motion by Bowering, seconded by Paschke. Ms. Dawkins.
Okay, so the Destination Geneva Grant Program aims to maintain and improve Geneva's destination appeal by providing reimbursement for special events that result in increased visits, overnight stays, and innovative experiences. These events should raise awareness, encourage economic development, and foster a sense of community. The proposed Destination Geneva Grant Program is a Geneva 2030 strategic plan initiative identified within the Purposeful Growth and Economic Vitality strategic goal. This program was presented at the April 21st Committee of the Whole meeting with two funding categories, one, the Geneva Chamber Festival support, and two, special event support. Tonight, the consideration is only for the Special Event Support Grant Program as the city works to meet with the Chamber to follow up on questions relating to the Festival Support Program. The program guidelines and application packet provides eligibility requirements, award structure, program priorities, including eligible and ineligible expenses, and reporting requirements. The overarching goal of the program is to meet the city's responsibility as it relates to the expenditure of funds collected under the hotel operator's occupation tax while meeting the needs of various organizations within the community. The program will be reviewed annually during the budget process to assess the program's effectiveness, determine if the program should continue, and what action should be taken to improve the program, and approve the program's budget for the following fiscal year. Director Timoshenko is with us this evening to answer any questions you might have, as may I.
Questions from the dais. Floor is open.
I had one question.
Alderperson Kilberg. Question 4.
Kathleen. Is there, as we look at the festival program at a later date, is there the possibility that anything that would evolve as a result of your discussions with the chamber and reaching some type of an agreement on the festival portion, could that impact the portion that we're taking a look at tonight? In other words, could there be modifications that'll result as a result of what you might arrive at a later date?
I don't foresee any.
In other words, the policies and the guidelines that have been outlined really have application to the festival piece as well, doesn't it, to some extent?
So tonight, we're only talking about the second part because the first part has been removed. So the first part, there's no point in discussing because that may change. So tonight, all you're looking at is a special event grant program.
Right.
And in by itself.
If there's a need, though, the possibility to amend the grant program.
That's always this body's decision.
Right.
Prerogative.
And it would appear to me, after looking it over, and I spent quite a bit of time with it, you know, I don't know, does anybody else have a copy with them? There are pieces, I think, that could come into play, and to have the opportunity to make amendments to it at a later date, that would be appreciated, because I think the possibility exists.
And as you recall, the program itself does have language in there to provide for the city administrator to make changes to the program, as long as it's not to the dollar amounts.
Right. Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Oops. Anyone else on the dais? Alderperson Cosrog.
Do we have a separate budget for just this program?
Yes, as we identified when we talked about this on April 21st, there is a total budget set out there, and we had split it out. So again, any budget dollars is a separate discussion, because if you need more dollars or fewer dollars, you can make a budget amendment.
Okay.
The executive summary does address that initial budget offering, I believe, does it not?
Yes. Originally, it was 50,000, 76,000 is the total budget. We had allocated 50,000 towards the festival funding and the other 26 for the special event funding. But again, as we discussed a couple weeks ago with the Historic Adaptive Reuse Grant, the budget is really a separate topic. Tonight, all you're doing is adopting the policy and the guidelines.
And then my only other question was, do we have people sort of in line, or are you aware of people that are going to are excited for us to pass this and get started?
I do think so, yes. I mean, we are asked often when we're working with special events or different businesses if we have this type of program, so we thought it would be applicable, yes.
Okay. That's all my questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
I had one other question.
Before you speak, anyone else who has not yet gone for the first time, Alderperson Bowering, then Alderperson Reineke?
I don't have a question. I just, having read through this again for the second time, I just wanted to commend staff on what is a really, I think, thorough and thoughtful approach to making sure that this funding is available and also that there's good safeguards in place to make sure it's being used appropriately and that we can determine how effective it is. So, thank you.
Alderperson Reineke.
I'm wondering how you're looking at this particular grant. Are you thinking of this as seed money or new, how would you put it, new initiatives? What's the vision of this?
I think it would be both, really. You know, you have, it's kind of a grassroots grant to be able to help grow these more eclectic and unique experiences for the city. People partnering together. You have groups and people who are doing this already, and they struggle with trying to take it to the next level or trying to get the amenities that are needed to really service it properly. So I think that, you know, this grant would be, it's not going to pay for it in full by any means, but it'll help nudge it up and help not have to try to kind of struggle and help it grow.
Anything else, Alderperson? Alderperson Paschke?
Thank you. I also appreciate the effort that went into this. It looks really solid. I like the fact that we do have the capability to make adjustments as we learn, because with everything we always end up learning lessons.
For sure.
I just wanted to ask, what will be the mechanism that we can learn about who's applied, who's used it, how it's been used, things like that, in an appropriate way for council?
Well, you would have the grant agreements approved by this body, so you'll see the projects coming forward, and you can make those decisions, and you'll know about it. And we'd probably will keep a master list, too.
Ultimately, this body approves any grant award. So you would know at that point what the grant award is, what's being recommended, and what the project would be or special event would be.
I think I'm looking more for the post, like the
follow-up?
afterwards.
Yeah, and they are
just-
required to provide a closeout report, so we would make those available as well.
Thank you.
Alderperson Kilberg.
Just one last question. There are elements of the plan that are, or the program that are not complete yet. Will that come back to the council again once it's been finalized with the various inserts that are not filled?
Are you referring to the inserts in the grant agreement?
Anything where it says insert.
Right, so that's in the actual grant agreement, so that gets filled out once a grant is being recommended for approval. Once the council approves that grant, then we execute a grant agreement, and that's when you fill in the insurance requirements, the name of the grantee, the name of the project, all of those things.
Wouldn't those be standardized, though?
No, they would not. They would be determined upon each event or each grant.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Anyone else? City Clerk, please take the roll. A simple majority is required. The mayor does vote on this item since it is an agreement with the corporate authority.
Bowering,
Aye.
Malikey,
Aye.
Furnish,
Aye.
Kilberg,
Aye.
Kasserag,
Aye.
Reineke,
Aye.
Marks,
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
Paschke,
Aye.
Palmquist,
Aye.
Mayor Burns.
Aye. With a vote of 11 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, 0 council members absent, resolution number 2025-51 has been approved by this council. A reminder, item E has been removed from the agenda, therefore we jump to item 11, public comment. Anyone joining us this evening? Any comments they'd like to share with the council? We welcome you to the podium.
Before I make the comment, I have to comment on Stephanie's comment about the issues with decimal points. One of my favorite cartoons was a picture of the space shuttle pointing down. And the guy is explaining, well, it's only a sine error. Anyway, that's the nerd in me. We have the 2025 Community and Business Guide that has now been published. This will be mailed to every postal residence here in Geneva, residences and businesses, so that you should be expecting that in your mailbox shortly. We have completed filling out all of those, the attendees for the art fair. We have 144 juried artists that will be attending. We have another 60 artists that are on the waiting list. So should anything happen, we will be full up for that event. And most importantly of all, on June 18th, we have the 75th Swedish Days Festival starting. We are all hard at work wrapping up everything. That is not only the chamber, the staff, the city, all of the volunteers that are helping make this possible. But as with everything, we could always use a little more help. So if you have any spare time that week in June, please reach out to the chamber and we'll get you plugged in and you can help make the 75th Swedish Days a complete success. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, we'll jump to new business from the dais. The floor is open. With excitement, I will demur to the motion to adjourn this meeting. Motion by, who does that? Who was that? Who do you think? Is that Kasseroy? The man in plaid makes the motion. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. We're adjourned, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to tonight's Committee of the Whole for Monday, May 19th, 2025. The records show that all alderpersons, oh.
Yep, she's there.
Sorry, alderperson, are present. The first item of business is to approve the Committee of the Whole minutes from April 21st, 2025. Heard to Alderperson Marks and Alderperson Mayer. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And under items of business, our first is consider draft resolution authorizing the annual purchase of distribution material and supplies for fiscal year 2026 in the budgeted amount of $460,000 through Sourcewell Contract 091422 WES from Wesco. Alderman Bowering and Alderperson Paschke. And Stephanie. Thank you.
So electrical equipment and materials are available through Sourcewell contract awarded to Wesco. Sourcewell is a purchasing cooperative that competitively bids procurement contracts for government and not-for-profit entities. All equipment and material meets the City of Geneva specification. And if you have specific questions, we do have Superintendent Holton with us.
Any questions from the dais? Hearing none? All in favor? Please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? It is unanimous. Next is consider draft resolution authorizing the execution of a professional service agreement with Fair Graham in amount not to exceed $67,000 for sanitary collection system services. I have a Mayor in Bowering.
Okay, so since 2019, the city has contracted with Fair Graham for sanitary sewer collection system services. The recommendation for your approval of a professional services agreement for Fair Graham for fiscal year 2026 will continue the sanitary sewer evaluation by collecting and reviewing flow monitoring data and updating the capacity management operations and maintenance plan as required by the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit for the wastewater treatment plant. Staff has been pleased with the work completed by Fair Graham in the past, and we have Superintendent Mangeskam with us to answer any additional questions.
Any questions from the dais? Hearing none? All in favor, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous. Next up is consider draft resolution authorizing the purchase of two. Nope. Consider draft resolution authorizing the execution of a professional services agreement with Fair Graham in amount not to exceed $55,900 for Kirk Road Water Tower Painting Engineering Services. Bahrain and Mayor, again.
Okay, so the fiscal year 26 budget has funds allocated for the repainting of the Kirk Road Water Tower. Engineering services are needed to prepare bid documents and perform quality control inspections. Staff published a request for qualifications and received 5 submittals. Staff independently reviewed the submittals, and after consideration of the demonstrated abilities, Fair Graham was determined as the prime candidate for the engineering services. Staff met with Fair Graham and negotiated the attached proposal for professional services, and staff has worked on numerous projects and have been satisfied with their performance. And again, we still have Superintendent Van Gescam with us to answer any questions.
Alderperson Gilberg.
Yeah.
What? He had his mic on from.
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
For the benefit of the public that might be watching, tell us a little bit about what comes into play with engineering as it relates to the repainting of the water tower. I mean, I think people would ask, well, what engineering considerations come into play?
Sure. First of all is the bidding specifications, to where the specifications tell the contractors how to bid the project, whether it's going to be, well, it will be sandblasted, but just certain techniques that they can use during the interior sandblasting, the quality of the sandblasting, what's going to take place there, and then also the finished product as far as what's going to take place and what's going to be used to paint the exterior and interior, and then also to maintain the specs once the painting is done. They take their time to inspect during the painting process to make sure that the specifications are done correctly, and so that the tower will last a good long time.
Is the engineering involved with the water tower on Kirk significantly different than the ones that we have on Dotson because of the nature of the structures?
A little bit different from only the standpoint of the nature of how it will be sandblasted a little bit, because the one on Dodson was a legged tower, so there's a little bit of difference in that, but the majority of the specifications aren't too different.
The time frame to complete it, because of the nature of the two structures, do you think the one on Kirk will take less time?
Yes, there's not as much detailed work as far as the painting of the legs and that, so yes.
And that'll all be canopied, and is there specifications as it relates to the canopy and catching the sandblasting?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Alderperson Mayor.
Thanks, Bob. The actual construction, how long does this phase go for, and when will we be looking to bid this work?
Sure. We're going to get the bid specifications together between June and probably the end of July. Plan on going out to bid just after that. We look to take the tower out of service, weather permitting, and based on our needs at that point in time. Hopefully, probably around the end of August, early September is when we would plan on taking the tower out of service. So
Right.
it should only take, I would think, 4 to 6 weeks at that point to get the tower completed.
Really? So it's only a up to 6 weeks project?
I'm hoping, yes.
Okay.
So.
And when is our peak water usage in the summertime?
It's, believe it or not, it's already starting.
Really?
Yeah, we're seeing definitely an increase in usage. But between now and usually by the end of August, early September is when we'll see our peak starting to decline a little bit. Usually once people see their first couple of utility bills with watering, that tends to not have as much watering done, so.
Right. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else before Alderman Kilburg for the second time? Alderman Kilburg?
Yeah, as it relates to the Dotson project, and again, lessons learned, are there any things that we're taking forward as it relates to the bid process and the execution of the project? And were we well satisfied with the contractor that performed the Dotson project?
We were very pleased with how Dotson turned out, with the painting and the entire process. We got numerous bidders at the time. Jetco was the one that was awarded that contract, and they did a very nice job. So I don't anticipate there being much difference. Hopefully we'll be able to get numerous people qualified to bid on it this time also.
Good. And if I remember correctly, the Dotson project was bid at about $250,000. Is that close, I believe?
I believe it was about, I want to remember right, about 400,000.
Okay. So. And that included the engineering then as well then?
The engineering was 32,000 extra.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Okay, we ready to vote? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous. Thank you, Superintendent Van Geysen. Next up, consider draft resolution authorizing the purchase of two 2025 Ford Police Interceptor Pursuit vehicles in amount not to exceed $123,348.64, inclusive of transfer, purchase, and installation of equipment and exterior graphics through State of Illinois Purchase Program / Sutton Ford Incorporated.
So moved.
Paschke and Bowery.
Okay, so the fiscal year 26 budget includes funds for the purchase of two 2025 Ford Police Interceptor sports utility vehicles as scheduled replacements. Squads due for replacement are a 2021 model Chevrolet Tahoe and a 2022 model Ford Explorer. Both vehicles to be replaced have current mileage near 80,000. As noted in the questions for tonight's agenda, these two vehicles will be repurposed as non-patrol vehicles in the department, and two older vehicles will be surplused once all vehicles are in service. The State of Illinois bid holder for the Ford Interceptor is Sutton Ford Incorporated out of Madison, Illinois, and the proposal for your consideration is to purchase one hybrid engine vehicle and one standard fuel injection system engine. The total cost of the project includes the price of the vehicles along with the removal, transfer, and purchase of equipment from Ultra Strobe Communications and the application of police exterior graphics by EB Graphics. Additional questions, we have our Deputy Chief Dean here to answer any of those.
Alderperson Mayor.
Sorry, I must have left it on. Hi, how's it going?
Good morning, or
Good.
evening.
I was just wondering if all the shortages have kind of come to an end now and we're seeing more normal inventory processes and things.
Yeah, I think so. Our last purchase, it still took some time, but, you know, we got them into the dealership within about 6 months after we made the agreement to purchase the vehicles. So, yeah, I think that we're seeing a little bit faster uptake.
So we might get these in the next couple months instead of waiting for...
I think we're probably looking at, that's probably a good estimate, that 6 to 7 month period before we actually see them in use on the street.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Mr. Furnish.
I noticed on the bid you had one hybrid and one non-hybrid.
Yeah.
And it said before you've done this.
Yeah, our last purchase, we purchased 4 vehicles. 2 were standard engines and 2 were hybrid.
Have you noticed any savings or any advantages?
Yeah, we have seen considerable amount of fuel mileage with the hybrids. However, in speaking with our fleet manager at Public Works, the cost benefit of the fuel savings, we just don't really, we can't say for sure whether or not that's going to remain. These hybrids do have some different mechanical components to them, some different costs and maintenance associated with repairs and things like that. So we don't know if the fuel savings will offset any repairs or maintenance costs that we may see in the future with these. They're just relatively too new yet to come to that conclusion. Still under that evaluation period for that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alderperson Bauer.
Do we have any, I know it hasn't actually been that long since did they come into service in January or they were purchased in March? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know it was pretty recent. I had a question similar to that. But do we have any feedback from the officers that have been using the hybrid vehicles? Are they finding them okay so far? Or?
I've had nothing but good feedback
Great.
for the officers that have been using them.
Okay, great. Glad to see us continuing to cautiously explore this.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other questions or comments for the Deputy Chief? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, that is unanimous as well. Last up, consider draft resolution authorizing the adoption of the updated City of Geneva Personnel Policy Manual. Paschke and Bowering. Go ahead.
So the city's personnel policy manual provides well-defined and consistent policies regarding personnel decisions and benefits administration. The regular review and update of this manual is conducted to ensure compliance with employment law and best practices. Updates this time include a new section to comply with the Blood and Organ Donation Leave Act and amendments to align with recent changes to the city code regarding the appointment of municipal officials. Other changes include revised language to comply with the Illinois Human Rights Act, Whistleblower Protection Act, Illinois Family Bereavement Leave Act, and revisions to streamline the administration of safety leave and the elimination of redundant language. For specific questions, we have Assistant City Administrator, Director of Administrative Services, McCready, here to answer all of those for you.
Not seeing any questions or comments? All right, if we're ready to vote on that, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? There you go, unanimous on everything there. Public comment? Melanie? All right, anything from the dais? Alderman
Just
Gilbert.
an observation, we're going to get some rain this week, and I know that the soft maples, there were a bountiful amount of helicopters generated by those trees this year, and we have gutters around Geneva that are loaded with soft maple, and I think if any residents are listening and you have a soft maple in your neighborhood, probably it would be beneficial to try to clear those gutters in advance of some heavy rains. And it's certainly, I know Public Works appreciates it because of the grates that get plugged and the possibilities that they'll accumulate in our storm sewer system as well. So just an observation, and we certainly welcome the rain, but there's a lot of them this year.
I know, I've cleaned a lot up in my yard. All right, any other new business? Okay, motion to adjourn? So moved. From Marks, all in favor? We are adjourned.